I used to score a 6.5 or even less for my IELTS exam when I was practicing, no matter how much I practiced.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily SO.
I just realized that I don't use any kind of good resources and good strategies. After fixing 5 things, I jumped from that score to a 7.5 after 3 weeks.
And here is what nobody teaches you, and I will also share some IELTS reading books that I already use myself, and I think they are good to use. Plus, these resources that I have and I will share in my Telegram channel are completely free, and you can see them by using the link.
So the first one is that most people just read the passage line by line, and that is a waste of time. You should just skim the text.
Also, this skimming should at most take 3 minutes, and you can underline the names, the dates, that things are kind of like phrases and can repeat in the answers. And this thing can easily save you 10 minutes because when you are looking for the names and important stuff like dates, you're not going to be confused and you know where it is because you already highlighted it. And also, synonyms are your enemies. Because, for example, the passage says that the government subsidized the project, and the question will say that the project received financial aid. So, like, subsidized and financial aid kind of like equal here, and you can see a free list of words and synonyms in Liz's website, which I'm going to share the link in the description. I was so confused about true, false, not given. And they are not about actually being true. Sometimes you just read it and you use common sense, but that's completely wrong and it might say a completely different thing in the passage. So in the passage you should find sentences that exactly says the thing that is mentioned there, and do not use the common sense to relate the thing said in the passage to match the question. And not given is kind of easy because you don't see any information about it, and in any case no relations if it doesn't says the exact same thing. It's more about what the question is saying, like that statement, and understanding it is important, obviously. And for false, it sounds easy, but you should find sentences that has a strong contradiction with that statement. And there are some uncommon resources that I would want to share with you. It's not only Cambridge books, because some of them, like from 1 to 13, are outdated and are like for old tests. The last ones are good and pretty accurate and similar to the test, but some uncommon resources are IELTS Trainer 2, Mindset for IELTS, which are both from Cambridge and they're more new, and IELTS Reading actual tests. I will share a unique source with you at the end of this video which can show you how the real environment of the exam looks like. During my exam preparations, I was really curious how the actual IELTS exam looks like the screen and everything, and you can discover all in this website. And as the fifth one, read science daily. IELTS loves NASA, archaeology, psychology, and things like this. So you should pick one article at least a day from a Science Daily, which I can put the link in the description for you. And you should time yourself 3 minutes for finding the main idea and also finding 3 supporting points. This helps you with paragraph heading questions, which are usually super hard. When I was preparing for my exam, I would at least read one passage like for 20 minutes and answer the questions to just keep up. But here is what you can do differently. As I said, take some time for skimming and those like highlightings and dashes, bold parts. And from the questions, choose some random questions, but don't read the passage and just guess which question is for which paragraph. And after doing this for 2 weeks, I was able to do most of them, like 80% of them, correctly, even though I did not read the passage carefully. And as the last step, take one question and for each word of it, write a synonym. And then scan the passage to see if any words that you wrote are in that passage. Do these exactly 3 days before test. Stop full practice test, they drain mental energy. Redo only your wrong answers, pattern recognition, new material. Sleep at 10 p.m. even if you can't sleep. Memorize 10 academic prefixes like anti, hyper, geo. Pack 2 pencils, not pens. And if you want a PDF of books, websites, check out my Telegram channel. I will also share a cheat sheet for synonyms. And the last resource that I promised is IELTS blog
which I will put the link in the description. It is so useful. You can find so many different speaking questions. Also, it can help you with reading environment, like how the actual reading looks like, because it's completely different from the websites that are online and free. And it's like for headings, it's like placing it. I would recommend you to check it out. If this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.